Good day, everyone. I'm Ethan, moderator for this webinar. On behalf of the organizer conference panel, I welcome everyone for today's webinar, HIPAA Compliance for Remote Workers. I would now like to introduce our presenter for today, Paul R Hales. Paul R Hales, JD. He is widely recognized for his ability to explain HIPAA rules clearly in plain language. A graduate of Columbia University Law School and a senior counselor of the Missouri Bar with an international practice in HIPAA privacy and security. Paul is an author of all content in the HIPAA E2 register, an internet-based complete HIPAA compliance solution with separate editions for covered entities. I would now like to hand over the floor to the speaker. Over to you, Paul.
Well, thank you very much, Ethan. Welcome to all. I want to just briefly talk about who is covered by HIPAA. Second group is called business associates, and those, of course, are organizations that assist covered entities, and they provide services that require the covered entity to disclose protected health information. Another type of business associate is called a subcontractor business associate, and they are organizations that provide services involving protected health information to a business associate that enable the business associate to provide services to a covered entity. Let's take a look at what we're actually going to cover today. What is our agenda? How remote work very suddenly that became the new normal. And then we're going to talk about why protecting the privacy of protected health information, also called PHI, is essential. We're going to talk about the HIPAA rules and remote work protocols. And the key rules that we'll discuss briefly are the privacy rule, which is the fundamental HIPAA rule, the security rule, and the breach notification rule. And then we're going to talk about remote work checklist guidance. What we see is that protected health information is key and often misunderstood HIPAA definition. Many folks, what is PHI as defined by HIPAA? Well, the key element of protected health information is identity. It's information that identifies an individual, identification of an individual related to that person's past, present, or future health care. So what identifies a person? Name, telephone number, email address, we all have one of those. Those are not protected health information, but if they're combined with a routine communication, like an appointment reminder or a wellness newsletter that might be sent out, they are protected health information, and those the name, the telephone number, the email address are elements of identifiers. Has 18 different identifiers. What you see on screen is the exact citation to the regulation in which all of these 18 identifiers are listed. And so here they are. And at the bottom of your screen, that's a clickable link that will take you directly to this regulation. The HIPAA rules are really easy to follow step by step when you know the steps. The HIPAA rules are also a blueprint to protect your organization. So the HIPAA rules come from a federal law that was passed back in 1996, Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act. The HIPAA Act was amended in 2009 by something called the High-Tech Act. Now, the HIPAA privacy rule is the fundamental rule. It covers all PHI. It has administrative requirements, ways that you can use or disclose protected health information without with or without an authorization. And it gives us the rights that we all have to our own protected health information. It's helpful for organizations to have their own secure virtual private network so folks can log on. I want to thank you for your attention today and wish you all well in your HIPAA compliance program. Thanks. Thank you, Ethan.